My friends, is Diddy Kong Racing a Christmas game? Well, okay, it's probably not, but then why does it feel so much like one at times? In today's video, we're going to explore the Immaculate, Kino, Christmas vibes of Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Well, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I've bought some corn for popping. The lights turn way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, oh, I hate going out in the storm. But if you only hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. And the fire is slowly dying, and my dear is still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, yeah.
Diddy Kong Racing is probably not something most would consider a Christmas game, all in all. There are no direct references to Christmastide, holidays, or any kind of religious ceremony. Yet there's a whole world in the game, Snowflake Mountain, and at least 4 stages in that world where inextricably the mood just feels like Christmas. As you fly through the frozen log for the first time, the music changes into something that is so serene and Kino, sounding exactly like what you would expect a Christmas song to sound like. The game just feels more Christmassy than any other video game from that time or era. There are tons of games with snow or ice levels from the 90s and early 2000s, but none of them feel as much like Christmas as Diddy Kong Racing. So why is this? Well, there are a few reasons for it, but we'll start with, of course, the music. Composed by legendary video game musician David Wise, the soundtrack to this game is truly remarkable in all regards. The theme that plays in the Frosty Village and Walrus Cove in particular just sounds like a Christmas song, with the jingle bells going. The melody has always reminded me a little bit of Walking in a Winter Wonderland or something like that as well. It just sounds like something that could easily have some lyrics written over it and have a pop artist record it, and it could be a modern Christmas song. Even the other winter song from Everfrost Peak and Snowball Valley has that kind of big European alpine winter feel, which is of course not far off from Christmas. You can just picture some band performing this with accordions in an Austrian or Swiss ski lodge, and sure, that's not quite Christmas, but it's pretty close. I mean, look at this vintage YouTube upload, Diddy Kong Racing Christmas Medley by Family Jewels. I mean, you wouldn't call it a Christmas medley unless it felt like Christmas, and so it shows that I'm not the only one thinking it. Here's an epic comment on this video from 10 years ago from legendary YouTuber Jax Films with only single-digit thumbs up. Instant nostalgia indeed. There's no doubt that the atmosphere and appearance plays a huge part in the Christmas vibes of Diddy Kong Racing. I mean, of course, this is obvious, but it goes much deeper than just being a snow or ice level. Here, take a look at this iconic shot of Frosty Village. And sure, it just looks Christmassy with the snow and evergreen trees, even decorated a little bit like Christmas trees, but it's even more than that. The way these 3 houses are lit up is like something out of a Thomas Kincaid painting, and like him or hate him, his paintings, especially when it comes to Christmas houses and cabins, are sort of the definitive appearance of a comfy American Christmas. You can just imagine yourself being in one of these houses, enjoying Christmas Eve. Perhaps you're in the living room with your cousins and siblings, watching a movie or playing a board game, and the parents and grandparents are in another room chatting away over desserts and catching up. I'm sure many can relate to that exact scenario, and I think these 3 houses lit in such a lively and dramatic fashion are what make the Frosty Village just feel so Christmassy, much more so than other winter or ice levels in this era. You know, Frappy Snowland or Snowman's Land or Gorilla Glacier in Donkey Kong Country, these don't have these same kind of Christmas vibes. Oh man, I didn't even recall this at first, but in the Bluey the Walrus boss track, the course is literally lined with candy canes, which are definitely a Christmas treat more than anything. I think a candy cane is as much of a direct reference to Christmas as decorated evergreen trees, and it's pretty much as close of an indication we get to Christmas existing in Diddy Kong Racing here on Timber Island. You know, you just don't see candy canes and Christmas trees on GoldenEye's Surface 1 or in Majora Mask's Mountain Village, and so it's kind of hard to argue against the existence of Christmas, or at least Christmas influence, in Diddy Kong Racing. I think the progression through the game only adds to the Christmas mood as well. For example, when you find this secret key in Snowflake Mountain and unlock the Icicle Pyramid, you get this battle mode on a frozen ground that just feels so much like some kind of winter festival. There's a very famous winter festival in Quebec, Canada, just called the Quebec Winter Carnival, and there are these iconic slides or toboggan run. I don't know why exactly, but I get the same feeling from the Icicle Pyramid battle game as I do from the Winter Carnival slides. This kind of winter joy you only get from making the best of the frozen world around you and shaping it to your leisure, exploring and sliding around. It's what winter sports and recreation are all about, and it's the kind of thing you might do around Christmas time, or that break from school and work, which is so common around Christmas and New Year's. But it's even more than that, because after you explore Snowflake Mountain, the next world to drive around is Sherbet Island. Now okay, I get that this is starting to stretch it a bit, but in terms of pacing and progression, it feels like you're progressing through Christmas into a tropical vacation, which is again something very common in North America and Europe. So many folks either travel down south to the warm beaches and oceans for Christmas itself, or just after Christmas to enjoy a week in the sun before grueling it out through another harsh northern winter. And so completing your progression through Snowflake Mountain, moving on to Sherbet Island, feels like enjoying a Christmas time at home, and then hopping on a plane to fly for a warm tropical vacation, just before getting back to school or work. And then even in the next world hub, the Dragon Forest, you get this super medieval, folksy village vibe, which I can't help but connect to the early European Christmas traditions, like those sung about in Good King Wenceslas and the Feast of Stephen. I think you get the point. It's not exactly something you can rationally reason word for word. It's just the overall spirit of the worlds, the music, the decorations, the mood, and the progression of the game that is so finely tuned into the mood of Christmas. I have this vivid childhood memory somewhere around 99 or 2000, having visited the local Blockbuster on a Friday night, renting a movie or two, and also renting Diddy Kong Racing. The following Monday, it was a snow day. We got several feet of snow, if I recall correctly, so I spent it at home playing Diddy Kong Racing all day long. I was even progressing through Snowflake Mountain that day. You know, childhood you only made it that far in a weekend of play, and perhaps this is a memory specific to me, sitting there on a snow day, grinding through Diddy Kong Racing for the first time in my life, truly enjoying it and taking in all the environment and emotion. But I think many of us had that same childhood experience of getting Diddy Kong Racing for Christmas or around Christmas, and really relishing in the vibes that fit the season we were playing so well. I found this pretty funny. Home Depot once posted a drone's eye tour of one of their stores as a Christmas promotion, It was specifically a Christmas promotion showing off the store during the busy holiday season, yet it somehow felt exactly the same as hovering over a course in the track select of Diddy Kong Racing, to the point where an internet memer even put the Diddy Kong Racing overlay and track select theme into the video. The point is that, once again, Diddy Kong Racing, despite having no real direct references to Christmas aside from some candy canes and Christmas trees, ends up getting connected to Christmas once again by virtue of a Home Depot promotional video that just reminded folks of the game. I mean, even the balloons you get on your way through the game kind of look like Christmas ornaments, or at least I think more so than your typical party balloon. Whatever it may be, and whatever reasons or spirit make the case, Diddy Kong Racing, more than any other classic N64 game, just feels like it has that Christmas spirit. A quick browse of Twitter for Diddy Kong Racing and Christmas will show I'm not alone on this. A number of folks happily tweeting memories of their youthful days getting the game around Christmas and enjoying the vibes. There's this one guy who disagrees, but we'll assume he's one of few. This person, RetroLife, even calls it a Christmas game. Whatever it is, there's just something so immaculate, so kino about the Christmas vibes of Diddy Kong Racing. Think about Diddy Kong Racing relative to other discussions about Christmas-related media. You know, Die Hard's inclusion as a Christmas movie is of course always one of the most frequently discussed. It mentions Christmas, the plot's directly related to it being Christmas Eve, you've heard all the arguments. Diddy Kong Racing certainly does not come this close to being directly related to Christmas, yet if you were watching Die Hard or playing through Diddy Kong Racing's Frosty Village, which would feel more like Christmas? I think many might choose Frosty Village. You could even suggest that films which only have one passing Christmas scene, like Mean Girls or American Psycho, are technically more Christmassy than Diddy Kong Racing. But few would argue that the mood of Diddy Kong Racing doesn't feel a lot more like Christmas than those media. Two video games from the same era come to mind with direct references to Santa Claus: Clay Fighter 63 1/3 and Tomba 2.
So confirmed Santa's #1 helper is a squirrel.
I would really prefer if you
Have a Merry Christmas.
Now admittedly I've never played these games, but if you have, do they feel at all more Christmassy than Diddy Kong Racing? Or does Diddy Kong Racing still manage to out-Christmas these games with Santa Claus characters? Anyhow, whatever you think of Diddy Kong Racing, if you played it around Christmas or not, I don't want to belabor the point. In my mind, Diddy Kong Racing might not be a Christmas game, but it sure feels like it in so many ways. With that, I just want to share my thoughts on the connection between game and holiday, and I'd love to hear yours. I truly enjoy reading any of your memories or experiences with the game around Christmas over the years, so share them in the comments. Did you get to crack it open under the tree one year? Or did you ever spend a whole snow day trying to beat Bluey the Walrus? With that, my friends, I truly wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. Thank you all for being here, watching, and appreciating my videos. The best way to support me and the channel is really as easy as just watching my videos and subscribing to the channel with notifications on so you always see when I post a new upload. So be sure to do that if you want to help out. I truly wish the best for you going into 2023. Stay true, my friends, and I'll see you in the next stream or video.